Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my channel, The Angels of Alchemy. I'm Psychic Medium and Angelic Channel, Dee Grewal. And this is going to be the general collective read for the new moon in Taurus. Today is April 22nd, so it is new moon in Taurus, but it is also Earth Day, okay? So, it's an important time that we're in. I do feel that we need to honor our planet, honor Mother Earth. This is a good time to send healing to our planet, although that should be something we should be doing collectively all the time, especially the times that we're in now. But to really focus on healing for our planet and also healing for everyone as a collective, okay? All people we need to think about and to send healing around the world and for every living being on this planet. So new moons are a good time to focus your intentions on what it is that you want to manifest. Being that we have a new moon in Taurus, we need to look at those earthly things and those earthly matters. We need to look at the things that are connected to the sign of Taurus. You know, part of that would be our planet, would be Mother Earth, to focus on manifesting things that are going to be good for our planet and good for Earth, but also good for us as a collective, okay? When we're looking at earth signs, it's about comfort, it's about stability, it's about foundation. So those are the things that we need to look at. And when you're looking at Taurus, Taurus is also ruled by Venus, so that's where money and finances come in as well. And I know that there's a lot of fear surrounding that right now, especially as what's been going on. A lot of people don't have jobs. A lot of people haven't been able to collect unemployment, or they're waiting for monies to come in. And there's a lot of fear and anxieties and worries surrounding that are coming up. And so what I'll say to you is, this is a time not to focus on lack, but to focus on gratitude and appreciation no matter what's going on around you. What's important to remember is to remain grounded and in a place of calmness and peace, even when you're in a storm. So although the energies around us seem chaotic and there's a lot of fear, especially, those of you that are watching news and media and social media, I highly recommend to remain detached from all of that, because it's only sucking you into a place of fear and it's lowering your vibration, and whatever it is that you're thinking about, that's what you're manifesting. So if your intention is focused on lack and what you don't have, you're going to continue to manifest all those things of that lower vibration, because you're attaching to that vibration of fear. And so it's very important to remain grounded at this time. And that's why I say, of course, within the means of, the rules and the guidelines of social distancing. But if you can sit outside in your own backyard, if you have a backyard, if you can go for a walk around the block where you are, do it, because you need to ground your energies at this time, and really remain centered within yourself and focus on meditation and connection, and not hold on to the energy of fear. In a lot of ways, what's happening with the media and social media outlets is it's distracting you from what's really important. And you need to focus on gratitude and appreciation. You might not be feeling gratitude right now. You might not be grateful for what's unfolding, but there's a positive in everything that we go through. And even, yes, in this, there is a positive. Okay, we've been put on a collective pause. I know that there are people who are losing families, and I'm not talking about that, because that is grief and that is sorrow, and it's incredibly hard, and it's hard for somebody that's in that situation to find the positive in that. But what I'm talking about is, there are other things that you can be grateful for. The fact that, if you're not you're not sick, that you're waking up every morning, that there are loved ones that you do have, that you have food on your table. Now, this could be up and down, because some people have very little and some people have more than others. I understand that, but try to focus your energies and apply your energies to the small things that will make you feel good. Find one good feeling thought and build on that good feeling thought, and you will begin to see how that energy will build. Okay, so you know, just keep, I'm sorry about that, guys. Just focus your energy on that. Okay, there's a lot that's unfolding here, and I understand, but we all need to come together as a collective and really get to putting our energies towards what is positive and manifesting what is positive there. Okay, so let me just shut this off. I apologize, that was not my phone. You know, I think it's important for us to remember that energy flows where your intention goes. So you could choose to focus your intention on everything that is good, everything that is positive, or you can choose to focus your intention on negative emotions and feelings that are going to drain and deplete your energy, that are going to just create more of that negative in your life, versus raising your vibration, focusing on connection, going outside for walks, getting yourself into a positive mindset so that you can attract more of that positive energy and that positive vibration. As a collective, I think it's important to remember, you know, in some ways we need to relinquish control. We don't have control over this. And I think that's what has people very scared, is that we don't have control over what's unfolding. But this is where surrender comes in. And this is where blind faith comes in. That even though all of these things are unfolding, you have your feet firmly planted on the ground, and you can still maintain and keep your thoughts on the highest possible vibration and in a positive place, and focus on just being positive. Uplift others around you, especially those that are going through challenging times. There's a greater heart expansion that's happening right now. You know, as a collective, the heart is expanding. And so, you know, you'll notice that people are coming out and doing things and helping others. And this is humanity coming together and doing this. You know, the thing that we do have control over is our thoughts. And the things that we do have control over is that we are not helpless, okay? There is a power within every single one of us. We are created in the image and likeness of our Creator. And there is a beautiful power and presence within each one of us that we need to tap into and use for the collective healing. And, you know, there is a great power in prayer to collectively pray on the same thing together, coming together and praying on that. You know, that vibration, that energy that builds is huge. And if you think that there's no power in prayer, then I don't know what to say to you, because I have seen literally miracles unfold through the power of prayer in my own life and in people's lives around me. So, you know, that's where our power is, and that's where we need to utilize it. You know, in regards to people that are around you, whether you're feeling sick or if there's people around you that are feeling sick, you can focus on bathing yourself in white gold light. Just imagine that light covering you from head to toe, and also going within you, going through every cell, every organ within your body, filling you up. Imagine it flowing. Imagine the white gold light flowing through your blood. Okay, pumping in your heart. Imagine that. And, you know, where there's that white radiant light, it's, you know, the healing light, the light of our Creator, the light of God, the light of the divine, whatever word you prefer to use, Mother, Father, God. You know, it is the divine light of the Creator, okay? And where there is light, there cannot be sickness. That's what we need to remember. We are light body. Okay, we are not the physical body. When we go, we transcend, we move into the light body. And our light body is not sick. And so this is a big message that they had collectively brought into my awareness when this all began, was to flood the body with light. So I'm sharing that with you because it's something that I practice what I preach. So this is something that I've been doing daily that's been transformational for me, to where I'm very detached from fear and negativity and all of that. And I'm able to stay grounded and centered and not be in this place of anxiety and worry. But it's also that connection and that protection. Your greatest protection is connection. Always remember that. So, let's go ahead and move into the reading. I think I've said enough there. So again, this is the new moon in Taurus reading, okay, for April 22nd. And what is this new moon going to be bringing in? What do we need to focus on at this time? All right. And so happy new moon and happy Earth Day. And please take a moment to pray for our planet and pray for the collective today. It would really be appreciated. And maybe at the end, if I have some time, I will do a prayer. So let's go ahead into the cards that I've pulled. Now, what's interesting is we have a fiery climax approaches. We have full moon in Aries. Although this is a new moon, we're getting the full moon card. So I do feel that we may see things get a little bit chaotic than they've been. We might even see some rise in numbers again before they drop back down. Okay, but I do feel the cycle we've been in, that cycle is coming to a completion. We're getting near towards the end, to the end of that. And I do feel, as I'm looking at this, there's something in the ways of false foundations crumbling and coming down. We're going to see that. Also, where there's corruption, that is going to start being, more of it is going to be brought to the light. That's what I'm getting as I look at this card. Now, as a collective, what we're experiencing, you have experienced rebirth. I do feel that this is a time of judgment, okay? There's a death and rebirth that's happening as a collective. Now, for some reason, my attention immediately went to, you see the babies in the lap, but there's like two here almost, but they're really one. But there's something around it. For some reason, it brought my awareness to Gemini. And there's something around when we moved and shift into the sign of Gemini, we're going to be hearing news. There's going to be a rebirth around that time, okay, that's going to begin to unfold. That I'm definitely feeling there as a collective. Now, clarifying, we have the High Priestess. What is this rebirth about? This is a great awakening that's happening for all of us, okay? We're all going through this great awakening. Some of us have been awake. Some of us have been sleeping and are just awakening. But ultimately, this is teaching us about connection, going within, intuition, tapping into the spirit and the power of the spirit. That's what I get from this High Priestess energy. We're learning how to work. We're ascending, okay? And we're learning how to work with this energy. There's this great expansion within the heart chakra that's happening. But we're learning to walk away from things that are not true. Because as I say that, what's also clarifying this rebirth is the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is about thieves. It's about deception. It's about deceit. It's about betrayal. And so, there are structures and foundations that have been deceitful, that have not been built on a solid truth, that are not authentic and true. And this is also the deceit that, there are masks that are coming off. This is a deceit that we've kind of collectively been living and sleeping through, that this is the energy we're moving out, and this is where that awakening is happening. We needed to come out of this deception and this deceit, this energy, okay? And thieves, and I feel like faulty foundations and the corruption that's been around us. That's what we're breaking free from here. And, we're learning to trust our intuition and using psychic connection, going within, tapping into the power and the presence within us. And because we're doing that, this rebirth is leading us, because we're breaking free of this Seven of Swords energy, by using our natural sources, our natural ability, okay, going within, it's leading us to the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is about new beginnings. It's about, you know, finances and stability. It's about the roots. This is a new beginning that is a new stability that's coming in, okay? This is a new foundation that's going to be built. But this is about abundance, success, and prosperity. As we come out of this deception and deceit, and we're learning how to live from the heart space and from connection and living from our authentic selves, we're moving into a time of great abundance. There's new seeds that are being planted here that are going to be extremely fruitful. You know, we're breaking free of, there's a need to relinquish control. Now we have a 27 that breaks down to a 9. Well, let me just say here, experience rebirth, this breaks down to a 3. This is very divine, okay? The 3, when we're looking at 3, it's the Trinity, but that is divine, okay? It's divine intervention. We don't have any control over this rebirth that's happening, okay? And when you have this 9, 7, 8, 9, okay, relinquish control, this is about a cycle that's ending. It's also a cycle of ending where there's been control, manipulative systems, you know, faulty foundations, manipulative people, manipulative and I'm not just talking about here, I'm talking about all over the world, manipulative organizations, corruptions, all of those things, faulty foundations that are coming down, okay? And there's been this power struggle that's happening. But we're also, as a collective, learning how to relinquish control, to surrender to something that's greater than us, to surrender to God, to surrender to spirit. Okay, we're moving away from any kind of leaders, systems, agencies that are corrupt. You have the Emperor here. The Emperor is full of arrogance, okay? This is a fire sign, and the Emperor is connected to Aries, all right? But, you know, we're kind of breaking free of these controlling figures, okay? And this is happening as a collective that are based on corruption and deceit. All right. And there's power struggles that are happening right now. But this is the energy that we're breaking free from. And there's a death and rebirth that's happening as a result of that. There's, you know, when we have the death and rebirth, well, if you look at it, there are people that are transitioning. There are those that have chosen to, there are people that are crossing over right now. But there are those of us that have chosen to awaken at this time, okay? This death and rebirth is the phoenix rising from the ashes, okay? It's transcendence. We're overcoming obstacles, okay, to move towards. Now, what's interesting is you have 4. 4 is about stability, okay, foundation. It's about leadership. And then you have another 4, death and rebirth. It's like there's a rebuilding of power here, rebuilding of structures, rebuilding of leadership. We're going to see a change in the ways of that, okay? But this is also in our personal and as a collective. So this death and rebirth is about transcendence, transforming, great awakening, okay, that's happening here, which is going to be as we surrender the need to control as well, and we have blind faith and we trust in the divine, we have this 6 of Wands energy, which is about victory and triumph, overcoming obstacles, okay? And ultimately, we are moving towards a time where there's going to be victory or triumph. There is something in the ways of June. I feel that June is going to be a breakthrough moment. And like I said, it's the end when we move into that energy of Gemini, okay? We're going to see something shifting here. We have no control over how this is unfolding when it's unfolding. And that's the truth of it. Nobody really knows, okay? You have the card of divine timing. And so, you know, you have 4, 5, 6. 6 is about balance, right? Bringing things into balance. But recognize divine timing. So, you know, this is divine timing. It's in the time of the divine. It's not in our hands, okay? This is where blind faith and surrender comes in. Things are unfolding exactly as they need to, but they will unfold in the time of the divine. It's not in our time. Okay? We have been put on a pause. Okay, and it's necessary because you have the Hermit card. This is where we're all withdrawing. We're all learning to go within. We're tapping into this Hermit energy. This is also the card of Virgo. Okay, and this is necessary. We need to be on this pause. You know, this is a time where the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies are being brought into balance. What was previously in balance is being brought to balance. There's a cycle that's ending and a new cycle that's going to begin. You have another 6 here, okay? And it happens after we come out of this pause, because after we come out of this pause, you have the 6 of Wands. So we've got the 6 of Wands twice here. Again, I'm feeling the month of June, but you know, that will be the time of victory and success, that we're going to overcome the obstacles. There's something in the ways that I'm feeling also, you know, for things to be completely resolved. I'm also seeing something about a 6-month period of overcoming certain obstacles. Okay. That's the way I'm getting it. That's the way that I'm going to share it. Okay. But there's definitely something in the ways of June I'm feeling as well. This triumph is leading us, the 6 of Wands, again to a solid foundation, to abundant success and prosperity. When we come out of this pause, when we come out of this place of being and receiving and stillness, we move into this 6 of Wands, which is victory, success, triumph, right? And we move to the Ace of Pentacles, which is stability, foundation, abundance, success, and prosperity. For those of you who've been worrying about finances, know that there will be blessings in abundance that will come once we get out of this, okay? There will be new opportunities. Trust in that. Believe and have faith in a higher power. You have, as a consciousness, we're learning to be grateful. You have great gratitude. We're learning to be grateful for less. Less is more right now. That's what we need to remember. This is as a consciousness, we need to focus on gratitude, being grateful for everything that you do have in your life right now. Okay, whether that be a roof over your head, whether you have food to eat on your table, whether it's spending time with your loved ones right now, whatever that is, but to focus on gratitude and appreciation right now. Focus on great health and well-being. That's something to be grateful for, those of you who haven't had the challenges of being sick. Okay, there are some of us that are going through way worse than what others are going through. So we need to look at that and, you know, and have prayers of compassion and love and empathy towards those people. But learn to be appreciative of what you have in your life. Okay, it's tapping into that divine mother energy. It's tapping into this Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is, you know, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody, it's the mother, right? She's nurturing, she's compassionate, she's kind. You know, we're learning to be in this place of the divine feminine. Our hearts are opening. It's about receiving and being and stillness. It's not necessarily about the action. It's about nurturing. It's about compassion. It's about love and empathy and kindness. This is what we're learning to embrace. Okay, we need to bring this energy in as a collective right now. You know, it's also whatever's happening, we are going through a collective healing. You have the Star card. The Star is about healing. Okay, it's also about blessings. As you focus on gratitude and appreciation, there's great blessings that are unfolding. You know, this breaks down to an 8. 8 is about abundance, success, and prosperity. Okay, with the Queen of Pentacles here, this is the energy that we're moving into, and this is also about the stars that are aligning a certain way to bring about this collective healing and this collective blessing and transformation. Okay, we need to trust in that. And also, it's alignment, bringing the masculine and the divine masculine, divine feminine energies into balance, because they've been out of balance for a very long time. Okay, and you have the Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, the Star, and great gratitude. This is a collective destiny. This is karma. The Wheel of Fortune is here. This is a karmic cycle that we are completing, that is coming to an end. And there's a new cycle that is beginning to blossom and bloom, that is destined. As a collective, we are destined for this new cycle to begin, one that is going to be truly blessed here with the Star card. There's a great healing that's going to occur here. We need to trust and believe in that. There's new beginnings. Some of you, there's going to be brand new opportunities that are going to be very prosperous. I'm feeling that. Now, as an energy, this is where the focus is. Like what I was getting from this card, you have joyous fun. It's two ways that I was getting this. One, that people are not able to be with family and friends and not go out at this time. And so people are getting antsy. People want to be with their loved ones, friends and families. And so there's, there's hurt over this, that they're not able to do this, and they're feeling trapped in a lot of ways. And what I'll say to you is that you need to get creative. You need to, perhaps you go on Zoom and have, get together with your loved ones over Zoom and unite with them there. You have to get creative with this energy. This is not going to be forever. This is a time that we are in right now. Okay, it is not forever. We need to trust in that. This is about learning to find what can you do right now in this energy where you can create fun for yourself. Although you feel stuck indoors, what can you do to change the atmosphere, to change the environment, to try to do something that is going to uplift your mood? Okay, so get creative. This is about tapping into that creative energy. Again, that goes to the High Priestess energy as well. We're tapping in to... We're creating in the image and likeness of our creator. So when we have the ability to create things, what are you going to create right now? Because what's coming up is, underneath what's clarifying those cards is the Five of Pentacles. People are feeling loss, okay? Loss and losing loved ones. People who feel like the fun has been taken away. People are feeling stuck indoors. People are feeling like I'm not going to be able to enjoy my summer. There's a loss of finances and stability in that way. So this is, we need to now, it's not that we're never, this also tells me this isn't that we're never going to have this again. It's going to come back. Okay, this is merely a time that we're in for now. We're going to come out of this. You need to trust and believe in that. Okay, and so although you might not be able to do this now, but this tells me that it's, it's there. It will happen. We're manifesting it. We're going to move towards it. So there's a lot of focus on what is lost here right now. A lot of anxiety and worry because you have the Five of Pentacles, then you have the Nine of Swords. Anxieties, worries, fears, stress, sleepless nights. This is the energy that people are really feeling. And I'm telling you, if we're all collectively feeling this energy, my goodness, we need to switch our energy right now. We need to start focusing on attracting a different outcome. So focusing on seeing and envisioning the planet as healed. Everyone is well. Everyone is healthy, radiant, whole, complete. There's vitality, renewal, rebirth. That's what we need to focus our energy on right now. And that might be hard. I understand these are challenging times. But, please know that we will have this joyous fun again. Okay? It's just a time that we're in right now. Now, clarifying the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, you have the Star again. So the Star is saying, there's a healing that's occurring. There's a blessing that's coming. Don't lose your faith. We're going to overcome this loss. And ultimately, the outcome is going to be joyous fun. We're going to get over this loss and this anxiety and this fear and this worry and this stress and, the lack of financial stability, and heal. And there's going to be a blessing, a renewal, a rebirth that's going to come. We are working on, and this is, you have the Magician card. I took them both together. They wanted to come out together. So the Magician this is also the card of Gemini. But the Magician is that we have all the power and the tools in order to create a healing, in order to create a different outcome, in order to get out of this energy. We have the power within us, the tools within us to get out of this. And it happens with the power of prayer, with the power of faith, with the power of healing. Okay, we all have abilities within us. All right, with this Magician card, we have the power to manifest a different outcome here. Now, what's happening here? Well, let's look at the outcome. So the energy is fragmented. You have fragmented energy. And what I'm getting from this is there's been a lack of balance. You have the Lover's card, okay? Another 6. And 6 is about balance again, right? There's been a lack of balance with the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies. One that has been there for a very long time, which has created a lot of loss for us. Okay? There's a cycle that's completing where these two energies were not in balance. You have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is about hurt, sorrow, loss, betrayal, right? But in regards to this, the way that I'm feeling it energetically, what is this energy? It's the imbalance that's been there with the divine masculine and divine feminine that needed to be restored and be brought to balance, where this collective healing takes place, okay? Where it's the yin and the yang coming into balance, right? And so what's happening is this great awakening. What's clarifying, you then have true love. So what's happening? We are moving into a space of greater love of self and greater love of others and tapping into unconditional universal love. That's the energy that we're moving into, okay? And this is also the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies coming into balance, bringing about, restoring, bringing about a healing, shifting that collective karma here. And this is needed to happen for a very long time. Ultimately, see how you have true love, you've got another 6 hint. There's a lot of 6s in here, okay? And that's also about breaking free from temptations and addictions and things that have been toxic and negative, but ultimately to come to a greater balance within ourselves and as a collective, with both energies, with the masculine and the feminine energies. And this is also about the energy of the planet. Unconditional love is bringing healing to Mother Earth, the planet. Okay, it's restoring balance with the 6 of Pentacles here. Restoring balance, and there you have the 2 of Cups. So you have 2 cards of true love. That is the balance of the divine masculine and feminine energies coming together. That is going to create a massive shift and change on our planet as a humanity, okay, and Earth itself. There's a rebalancing that's happening over here, all right? And ultimately, we're learning, the heart is expanding, we're learning how to live from a place of empathy, love, and compassion. But, we're also learning how to love ourselves, but also seeing the love that is us is also the love that is others. All right. It's about oneness and unity. That's what's happening here. And this is a balance that is being restored that is so incredibly strong. You have the Strength card, 8. You have another 8. That's, again, abundance, success, and prosperity. But there is this, 8 is about infinity. Okay? And you see the lion is connected to the 8. And, so we have the Leo coming in there. But when we look at the lion, it's used in a very, in religious ways as well. Okay? The lion is connected to the divine. It's connected to Jesus. But what's happening here is that we're going to have a strong foundation. We're going to have balance and stability. The divine masculine, feminine energies coming into balance, universal love, unconditional love. We're moving into a new time and a new era. There's a great shift and awakening that's happening as a collective. And ultimately, there's a lot of work that's happening behind the scenes. You have 8 of Pentacles. But this is also what we've been working hard on. It's going to be the rewards coming in after all this hard work. But we need to focus on working on the things that are important. And right now, love is important. Unconditional love, empathy, compassion, right? Those are the things that are important right now. I'm not talking, this isn't about material abundance. There's abundance in other ways. And this is what's happening with this shift, with this awakening that's occurring right now. Okay? But we're going to get clarity and we're going to have truth. We're going to understand after all this hard work that we've put in through this time, and especially the work that we've been putting into ourselves, how that is going to shape and shift the world. And look at this Ace of Swords. I love the fact that there's a dove in this image, because a dove is a symbol of peace. And it's also a symbol of love. Okay, so that's beautiful. And that is the outcome that we're moving towards. And we are moving towards a time of great rewards. And then here you have, again, you have the loving woman, right? This is the divine, a rise of the divine feminine, the loving woman, a rise of the heart chakra, a rise of a great awakening and expansion of the heart, but a rise of that divine feminine energy, learning to be still, learning to just be instead of doing, because the masculine energy is very much about action and doing. We've all been put on this collective pause, but this is about love, compassion, nurturing. Okay, this is, we as a people, you have another 6 here. My goodness, how many 6s have we had? Is bringing this loving woman energy, this feminine energy into balance, where it's been out of balance for a very long time. And what better card to clarify her? Look at this image. Wow, the Empress. Look at her in this image. This is the world, okay, giving birth to a new world. That's the energy that we're moving in with the rise of the divine feminine, this new world. And this new moon energy is going to be bringing that in. The Empress is somebody who is abundant. She's prosperous. She's, it's about fertility and growth and expansion and creation. And this is this energy that we're moving into. We are completing a cycle, and this is a new cycle. You have the World card. We're ending a cycle, and a new cycle is going to begin. We have closure, a new world. There's 2 cards of the world. This is a new world, okay? Because then you have the High Priestess, and this is about a time of great awareness, great growth, great expansion, okay? It's tapping into learning to live from a place of intuition, using that psychic ability, working from your inner power. This is the space that we're moving into. We're learning how to connect to our emotions and feelings and intuition on a much, much deeper level. It's all about connection. And that really is that divine feminine energy, that divine feminine power. All right. So what are your message cards? Well, you have developing stronger concentration. So, and if, I don't know if you can see, it says transmutation. Okay. So this is about going within, connecting to the spirit, and improving concentration. Like, right now, if you're feeling stress, worry, and anxiety, the best thing that you can do is meditate. It's tap into, go within, connect to the divine, connect to higher sources, connect to your own soul, okay? And put your focus and intention there. Your intention and focus should really be on connection at this time. That's that when you go within and you're in that place of stillness, that is tapping into that divine feminine energy right there. And you really have 2 cards that are indicating that, because you also have hole in the soul. It's through developing stronger concentration by going within that you're able to transcend and heal the hole in the soul. And this is something that we're all going through as a collective. There's a death and rebirth that's here. There's a collective healing that's taking place. So it's through connection that this happens. And also the guidance right now is family and tribe. So connecting to your family and tribe. We have been put in a place of pause because what's coming up right now is relationships. How are your relationships at home right now? It's learning to work with the people that you're around. There's a lot of anger and frustration because people are indoors and they're having to spend a lot of time with people. So, you know, tempers are flaring due to anxieties and worries, but we're learning how to interact and really operate from a place of love versus anger and, you know, frustration and anxiety and stress. So this is about building stronger relationships on solid foundations. So it's about healing our relationships. Some relationships are going to end. We are going to walk away from people, but other relationships will remain and be bonded and just go stronger. This is also about, this time is moving us into connections with our soul tribe and our soul families that we're meant to be working with at this time, that are part of our collective purpose. So there's people that you're going to be connecting with and coming together with at this time. This is also about your soul family in spirit. It's about connecting to your guides, your angels that are working with you. It's about going within. This is the time that we're in right now. So that, I mean, I think it's a beautiful reading. You know, there's a lot that's unfolding and some of it might appear challenging, but I do really feel that we're moving into a time that is going to be very different. I think when we come out of this, all of us are going to have very different perspectives, and there's going to be this great healing that's kind of shifted and occurred, okay? And some of you might be aware of it and others of you not, but you will see this change that happens when we come out of the time that we're in. So know that you're not alone. I'm here with you. We're all in this together, and it's so important for us to love and support one another at this time. Please leave me some comments. Let me know what's going on for you, where you feel challenged, what you could use some support with. Leave me some comments, because I would love to share some videos with some of your concerns, some of the things that are coming up for you right now. And honestly, I just love to hear your thoughts. You know, it's important to talk to people, to get things out, to release it. Don't keep the energy inside. So share your thoughts with me. I just want to say thank you for those of you that are subscribed to my channel. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. And if the messages resonate, hit the like button, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for future videos. But for those of you who are listening, please remember to give me a thumbs up and like on the actual video on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate it. This is a collective message. It does need to get out to other people as well. And let's spread the word, because I do feel this is an incredibly uplifting message, and it's an important one about the times that we're in. So God bless you all. I love you all. Namaste.